This is my newly purchased Mark 1 Fiat Punto. It's a 1.1 litre SX model, so it's slightly above the next one up from the S model. It's 1995, and what I find quite you have to take into appreciation on a 95 Fiat Punto, we have central locking, front electric windows, front fog lights as well. There's no power steering now in this particular model, but it is a very nice drive. The Fiats in particular now are very good road handling cars. So as you can see, back wheels are right pushed out to the edge, so you can take corners at a nice speed if needed. This particular vehicle now, it's 55 brake horsepower. One thing I find very unusual is the colour. Not a lot of Mark 1 Puntos now on the road at all. I can't remember the last time I've seen one, but the colour is very unusual. It says red on the logbook. It's more of a brown maroon. One thing I like about the Fiat Punto in particular is the rear tail lights. Very high end. The producer of the vehicle invented these now, and I suppose they're more of a safety aspect. Higher tail lights, obviously more visibility. Just have a quick look around the car now. I do need to put hubcaps on the vehicle so it will look a lot better. Very nice, fun, unusual car to drive now, to be honest. It has valid NCT on it, so fully road legal. Blue Kia standard. So it's actually open anyway. So dashboard we have here. We have fuel gauge, temperature gauge, speedometer, and the rev counter as well, which was not incorporated in the S model. Like I was saying, very nice car to drive, very unusual. This particular vehicle has 95,000 miles on it. We have here a non-standard Bluetooth radio. We have temperature dials, controls, vents, and we have front and rear fog lights, and then the demister as well. And down here then we have our cigarette tray and lighter, which is still working. Glove box on these vehicles, very small. 2 cup holders, which ironically don't really hold much, to be honest. You might get a small can in there. On the front we have 2 small door card holders. Bins, quite small, like I said, front electric windows. Very nice vehicle. Up here we have then our interior light, we have a reading light, and then we have our display clock as well. Rear headrests on the front and none on the back now in this particular vehicle. Very nice vehicle now to drive. There's no airbags in this one now, but you can have the newer years, maybe 98, 99, did have the driver airbag. The passenger airbag now, I don't think it was brought over to the UK or Ireland. It was more mainly on the continent. This particular vehicle now I find very unusual. With the Puntos, they overheated quite a lot and had head gasket issues. This switch here is a manual switch to turn the fan on and off. The fan does come on automatically, but I suppose if you did have an inkling that the car was overheating, switch it. Not sure if you can hear that, but that's the fan coming on now. One thing I love with the old Fiats is I drive with my lights on day or night, and in the Cinquecento and the Punto and the Panda, I'm pretty sure as well, you could leave the lights on in the on position. Once the engine turned off, the lights also turned off. So I'll turn the ignition off. Lights are still on the on position, but no lights left on. So no annoying beeper, not needing to forget to turn your lights off, and you'll never forget to turn them on as well if you run into bad weather along the road. I'll turn the engine on now. So nice lovely start in the engine. Like I was saying, electric windows go up and down. We have the door mirrors here, you can adjust them manually on either side. And again, full control for the passenger window as well. That one's a tad bit slow. I think it's been sitting up a while, so they don't get too much use. Very, very nice car though. What I'll do is I'll sit into the back now and show you around. So bear in mind the Punto is early 90s. It was first introduced there in 94. This is a 95 model, and ironically it won Car of the Year in 1995. So as you can see, I'm 5'10". Knees are right up to the back of the seat. So it is comfortable, but you wouldn't want to be any taller sitting back here. There is an awful lot of headroom though. Lovely headroom. No rear headrests, which is a shame. I did have a 99 SX model and it had rear headrests on it, which were a nice touch. Some of them have built-in speakers on the parcel shelf. This one is totally original. Windy up windows then in the back, and you have your flip out cigarette tray there, which isn't really on cars nowadays because I suppose smoking isn't really a thing anymore. It's windy up windows in the back. We do have the handles for 3 passengers. Of course not the driver's side because they need to have their hands on the wheel. We'll have a look now at the boot and I'll show you around the engine bay as well. So, which is handy on the Fiat Punto, you have release button either under the seat here. I'll open the bonnet as well while I'm at it. Oh, one thing I forgot to say as well, you can adjust the height of the seat here, which is very good. You can either open the boot as well via the key or through the release switch underneath the driver's seat. So nice size boot. That's wiper blades I replaced. We have underneath the boot then you have the spare tire and the likes of the jack and the wrench then to take the tire off. Colour code on the vehicle. Don't know if that's clear, it's raining today now, apologies. It says Rosa Anemone, if you want to maybe give me an update on that, what it actually is. Like I said, it does say red on the logbook. One safety feature now on the Puntos, I've never actually tried to use it, but you always see on the manuals the emergency fuel switch off point, which is allocated here. So it is a button you can press down. I presume it cuts off the fuel in the event of an accident to save the vehicle going up in flames. I'll show you the engine now. She looks very pretty, as you can see. So very, very smooth engine. If I'm not corrected, it is the 1.1 litre, which is 1108cc. As you can see, very, very easy to work on. Extremely easy. So in my day now, the wiper motors on the Punto would always go. This plastic panel here, take that off, take the arms off, replace the motor, and you're finished. We have down here then easy access to the fuel filter, alternator and belts, which were changed recently. And just generally very simple to work on. Like, look at the amount of space in that engine. very nice car to drive. For 25 years old now, it is very well equipped, and overall very happy with it. I paid €300 for it. And that is her now. I will get hubcaps on the vehicle. They do look a bit cheap without them on. If you have any other cars you'd like me to review, let me know. At the moment I have a Mazda 121 01 model, a 1998 Fiat Cinquecento, and a 1986 Mercedes 230e, or the W124. Thanks guys.